Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers, fellow toy nuts and toy collectors? This is Starscream 1988, and today is part 14 of my overly extended Optimus Prime series of basically my top 20 Optimus Prime molds in toy format. Anyway, yeah, it's not day 14 because unfortunately, I don't think I've done this for like 5-6 days. I had a really bad cold, and then as you know, today being the 26th, 24th, and 25 was family stuff, so I wasn't able to do anything. So I'm gonna play a little catch up and maybe do a couple a night now, just so I can kind of finish before the year's over and whatever not. But anyway, further ado, let's check it out. So this is who I have. So I have picked for the 14th spot, basically, or if you're going backwards, number 7. This is your RID Optimus Prime, your original Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime. It's a very, very cool figure. I like this a lot. I did not like the cartoons, the Japanese or the American. The animation was decent, but I just didn't like the concept. I just thought it was really corny. So, I mean, other than that, I think the toys are real cool. It is a small collection of Robots in Disguise, and I would probably want to say that I actually have like 95% of every single one of these, because it is really small, and I have like multiples, as you will see in a minute. So with further ado, again, it's this time he was based off of Fire Truck, and it's a cool series because this is the first time that Optimus was pretty much back in any form. After like the G1, G2 cartoons. I mean, G2 is really G1, but you know, remastered or whatever the heck it was. But other than like the Beast War stuff and stuff, you know, and things like that, this is the first time he actually comes back as a vehicle again. So that was really cool. In terms of the toy itself, again, I do like it a lot, but it has a lot of issues. So if you're probably wondering why is it so low in my countdown, even though I'm not really counting down, it just is because it is, at the end of the day, I think it's a real nice display piece. But again, it has a lot of issues. It's real flimsy. It falls apart really easy. Just to even show you the display that I'm showing you right now, it was kind of tough to kind of piece them together. One of the big things about these is that their tires actually come, if you buy them in even mint in box, their tires come broken. Now I actually have 3 of these, and the other 2 are in great shape. But those are the ones that I keep in robot mode. For display, when I keep this in, you know, for this one being in firefighter mode, this is the one with my broken tires. So other than that, it is mint. It's never even been transformed. But it's unfortunately, it's just something that happens. That's the front of the vehicle there. Let me actually lower this down a little bit. See if we can get a perspective there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's nice big windows there. Here's the other side. As you can see, look at the tires. They're just falling apart. So that's why I don't play with it. That's why it doesn't get played with. It has a couple gimmicks. Oh, up there's his brother, Ultra Magnus, and he will be coming into the picture in a few minutes. So that's why I kind of kept them out there. But yeah, so he does come with these missiles. I do have them in the box still. I never bothered to take them out of the box. As you can see, they're still taped up. So yeah, so there's a button here. You press that, and he does one of his first little features. So that's kind of like his hose spray or laser guns, whatever. If you come over here to the back, there's a little trigger. You press that once, and he would have, you know, firing missiles and whatever not, which he can use in his fire truck mode or obviously in his robot mode and whatever not. That's pretty cool detail. I mean, this is where the secondary not driver, but the person that will control the crane would sit, which is pretty cool. There's his hose blaster gun, whatever it's actually called. The little ladder there, I guess that would be like another extending ladder. It does have sound effects. I don't think this one does. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I know there was one of them that doesn't.
Fire! Autobots, transform! Optimus Prime, maximize! Fire! Optimus Prime, maximize!
Kind of repeated itself there a little. That's pretty much everything that it says. Alright, so let me take him out of the picture, put him to the side, and show you what he looks like in his first transformation. All right. So once you kind of take him apart the first time, this is just basically his front cab section. This is actually what he looks like. So when you transform him, now you have just regular Optimus Prime, as you can see. It's a pretty nice figure. It's very different compared to everything else that's been out before and then since. I mean, only until now, Prime, do you actually have figures that, you know, have like thin legs and thin arms and whatever not, and it's you know, so basically they're not blocky. So this is kind of like the first time that they had done this since like the G1, obviously, where the G1 was very blocky. It has pretty good range. His shoulders, you can see, they go in and out. They don't go up and down, but you know, it does do 360. His head for articulation, it's on a ball joint. It's pretty nice. I mean, the detail is really nice. Kind of bring that forward so you can kind of see his face there a little bit better. They used a lot of that metallic finish, which can chip really easy, so you want to be very, very careful. This is actually one of my better ones, obviously, other than the one that I have never transformed. The other one that I'll be showing you towards the end is a little bit more chipped, but that's the one that I use in his ultimate form. So that's why he's the one that's mostly covered. But yeah, his legs have you know, ratchet. Obviously, since the legs can move a little bit like that, you can do that. So it's semi-posable. The legs, the feet, I should say, actually move up and down, side to side on a pivot. It's really nice. It's a really nice toy. And I actually do like the way it looks. I think it looks really cool. Again, it's pretty decent for its time. Mine has two of these because these are really easy to find. So I figure I just kind of give them dual guns or whatever. So yeah, so that's basically it on this actual figure. So what I'm gonna do is, because I don't have a fourth one to be able to do the fourth mode, it's really 3 modes, but since I didn't really transform on camera, I can just kind of do it here. So let me lower this a little bit, bring this back a little bit there. So just kind of, these are the parts that would be in his fire truck mode or whatever. So take that off, pull that over here. So there's one arm. What I just do with the other arm. Here we go. Here's his other arm. This is part of his back, where his truck is, where the truck mode is. As you can see these tires are in great shape. No problem with these. I've heard that they think they break because they don't get used. I don't know if that makes sense, but because they don't get used, they just crack. So that's kind of weird. Obviously, these are out of the box, so maybe it is true. Who knows? These I've never seen the package since they were open, obviously. So now his feet are put on, and it just kind of gives it a little bit more height. And this is basically your Super Optimus Prime, I guess. I don't know if that's the actual term for it. Could be wrong. I do apologize if I am. And then the last thing you want to do is pull up his torso there, so you hide his head. Then you just bring this here. There's some pegs there on the bottom. And it's a little tough. Let me see if I can get this. And there we go. It's a little tough. The pegs kind of, it's not that it gets in the way, it's just the ladder actually gets in the way, so it's a little tough to accomplish. As you can see there, I'm really close to the camera. In this mode here, obviously his head gets a lot bigger. Now his actual now it's, you know, it's now where it's starting to look more, I guess, I don't know, it really looks like a firefighter for some reason. Like, it's like a helmet. So it's pretty cool. Has this little cool feature here. I believe that's supposed to be like some laser gun matrix blaster or something like that. It has blasters here on the arm. As you can see, his ladder's there on the side. You can keep it towards the back. I like it on the side. I don't know why. That's just how I keep it. And then he still has his full range of motion. He can still do 360, and his elbows still move, you know, in and out and whatever not. And his legs obviously spread. He's just very thin. So the only thing I can compare this to another toy that I thought was really cool for its time, but just kind of designed a little bit bad is, and I'm just gonna bring him out now. I was gonna wait until the end, but I'll just show him now. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Superhuman Samurai, or in Japan called Gridman. It's a really cool toy where this is the actual body of the figure, and then you attach all these parts to it. So that's what this really reminds me of. I mean, this is really basically, I don't know if they copied each other. I don't know who copied who. I want to honestly say that this is probably a little bit older, but not much older. So it's a real cool figure, but you know, when you try to play with it, things fall apart because of the fact that it's basically like an exoskeleton. So it's kind of like the way this was designed. So I don't know, for those of you that have never seen this, this is the closest thing that I think it kind of looks like. So that was that. So that was kind of like my little comparison there. So again, that was Superhuman Samurai or Gridman. So then the last mode on this, which is, I think it's the coolest mode. It's really cool. Let me take Ultra Magnus out of focus there. Then the last mode is when he becomes Omega Prime. And here he is in his Omega Prime mode. And he's just beast. I mean, this thing is huge. It is so top heavy. To display him is real tough. When I had him on my shelf, obviously he was a wall holder. And if you don't know what a wall holder is, those are the figures that you kind of put towards the back of the wall, because they tend to kind of either lean forward or back, so you want to make sure that they just don't fall. Plus, he's tall. He's pretty tall, so at that point, you kind of want him towards the back. But yeah, I think this is really, really cool. Looks pretty close to the cartoon, I guess. I think the cartoon was a little bit more, obviously a little bit more streamlined. His chest wasn't that far popping out like that. But it's pretty cool. This is obviously Ultra Magnus's chest there. Optimus's wheels. This is Ultra Magnus's extra hands. The feet are Optimus's, obviously, from here, but then further down, this is Ultra Magnus's back of his trailer cabin, whatever not. And then the back of him here is the as you can see, that's Ultra Magnus's head right there. And then this is the back of his trailer. Basically, he has his sound effects, which I think, if I can reach him, I can still show.
Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnet, combined.
Isn't that cool? Try it one more time.
Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnet, combined.
So there you go. So, you know, as you're sticking these parts together, there's sensors that obviously know that things are being attached to each other. So that's why you get that last form that it tells you what it is. Unlike if you go over here, just kind of going back to regular Optimus. If I can find the button, there we go.
Optimus Prime, maximize.
So it basically just repeats itself. There's no extra sensor that tells you that he's become Super Optimus Prime or anything like that. So that's basically it. But again, a very cool figure. Pain in the ass to transform on camera. That's why I didn't do it. Obviously, as you can see, there's a lot to it. Just to get him to hold up this straight was pain in the ass, to be totally honest. But at the end of the day, I do love the look of it. This is why he is pretty low on the 7th spot, basically. And that's why I kind of waited this long to show him off. He is an oldie. He's circa, what, 2000 maybe? So this is at least 12 years old, I think, or maybe 2002 at most. But yes, it's really cool. I do definitely I do give these guys my thumbs up, basically. If you're able to walk, see them on eBay really cheap, grab them. Mint them box, people now want like $100 for each one. I think cheapest maybe 60, 70. Sometimes if you're lucky, loose maybe 40, 50 bucks. But again, it's a really, really nice display piece, and I do like it a lot. So that's basically it, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. I do hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned for the next one. You guys take care. Peace. See you later. Hope you had a good Christmas. You guys take care.